You turn the TV down, show. Hello, good evening.
Hey, you're back to your old version of intro.
Well, I've got three intros actually. I've got
Oh,
one with a train,
I like
one
that
with one with a train. This one here, I've got a new one on the other one, which I showed you the other week. Have you seen the other one?
Yeah, it's quite boppy.
Yeah, quite bumpy. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, hello, Liz.
Hello.
Hello. Um, I want to talk about self-care, really. Believe
Okay.
it, believe it or not, I actually forgotten a topic about tonight. And before I came on, I thought, oh, what am I going to talk about? So, to be honest, so self-care. How can we self-care?
Yeah, and this is something that everybody can do. So, yeah, it's really important. We all know now that wellness is so important, for weight loss, general health, well-being, mental health, and no more so than right now. So really important. So ideally, I mean, there are obviously lots of things you can do, and the first one is to move more. Is
Right? Okay.
really to move more. There's lots of things you can do, moving more, and it doesn't need to be big. It can be small. So just small chunks of movement throughout the day, because obviously a lot more people, they're either working from home and quite stationary, so it's really important for them to move. Or you've got people that aren't working necessarily but sitting on the couch and watching telly, and again it's really important for them to get up and move around, because sitting or being still for prolonged periods of time can actually lead to something called insulin resistance. So it's really important. Forget weight loss, but it's really important for your health to move.
So explain insulin then. Explain to people about insulin. So if people sitting on here, I'm the guilty one.
Yeah,
Sometimes I could be sitting here and on my couch and for a long period. What's that about then, Liz?
yeah. Well, what happens is your body basically becomes resistant to the effect of insulin. So when you have foods which raise your blood sugar, insulin is released into the system to bring that blood sugar down. But that insulin needs to take that sugar and place it somewhere, needs to get it out of the blood and take it somewhere to your cells of your body. But
Right.
when you become insulin resistant, your cells really basically kind of slam the door shut to that insulin and the glucose. You have insulin circulating in your system for longer. You have sugar in your system for longer. And your body thinks, oh, hold on a minute, we're not getting this blood sugar down. Maybe I need more insulin to get the job done. So it pumps even more insulin into the
Yeah,
system.
yeah. You're totally
And
right.
that's so, yeah, sitting down for prolonged periods of time can lead, I'm not saying it does, but it can lead to insulin resistance. So it's a very important factor.
And
That's why it's
also,
important to
and
move.
also, your joints seize up too, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They really do. So it is important if you are sitting to stand up and to do some movement, like a full body movement. Even if I think we've spoken about this before, Steve. Use your chores, use your household chores as a means to move. I mean, don't look at them as household chores. Who wants to do household chores? Look at them as a way to get up and move. use your body the way it's meant to be moved.
Yeah. Someone said to me the other day, why don't you put some music on, and because we've got a jukebox in the corner here. Get the Hoover and you know, go around the house with it, and that's a good exercise to start off with.
Absolutely. Bop away with the Hoover, bop away with the, you know, your feather duster. Get some music on, and don't look at it as a chore. Look at it as a way of movement, because it's so important. And like you say, for your joints as well, your joints are meant to move. You know, they're not meant to be in one position for too long. And you get the blood flowing, which is really important. The blood flowing can take away any swelling or any water retention. You know, it's just so important to move.
Okay, so after movement, what we've got to do next?
That's the big. I mean, obviously a clean diet, but we've been bumping our gums about that for weeks, haven't we? I think everyone's got a gist now. It's all about, you know, a clean diet, as clean as you can get it. So then you've got your movement, but also there's a lot of stress going around just now for obvious reasons. So it's really useful to be able to manage that stress, because you can't get rid of it. It's there. There are stresses that aren't going away. There's nothing you can do about, you know, outside influences. So you have to be able to manage how you deal with that. So there's lots of mindfulness, and obviously like yoga and Pilates, they are things that you can, they're movement with mindfulness as well. So you can double up there.
Double up?
Yeah, but
I can't even single up during yoga.
It's a fantastic thing. I mean, you can do yoga standing up as well. It doesn't always need to be you know, down on the floor. And I personally prefer to do those kind of moves where I'm standing, because you can knock them out at any time. You know, maybe not in the queue in the supermarket, but if you're at home and you're standing, you're waiting for kettle to boil, you know, you can just do some kind of yoga routine while you're waiting. But lots of mindfulness. Start bringing, if you can't deal with that stress that's going on, although all that thinking, that noise up here, then look at mindful moments, or even reading a book, whatever, to get that jumble, that, you know, that noise. Get that out of your head by reading, learning things, whatever it takes. The mindfulness, meditation, whatever it takes.
What's that thing you say? It's all about thinking, really. What was it? What do you usually say? I like it. What you
need to know why. You need to know
why. Yeah. But it's true, isn't it? It's true.
Yeah. Your mind is very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
See, many people, Rollers, who is overweight or whatever, obesity, whatever, who can't move or can't, you know, I've seen people like tins of beans, you know, exercising like that, you know, moving their joints. You know, I even saw one person kind of like, you know, doing some exercise on the sofa, which was a bit, you know, a bit odd, but it's all exercise, isn't it?
That's right. That's right. I mean, you can sit on the couch and just extend your legs, so your legs straight. You know, if you I can't do that. Imagine that's your knee. You know, you can do that on the couch.
Yeah.
Like you say, it doesn't need to be. It can just be movements like that for your shoulder. You know, just get your shoulder joints moving. And I know that some people that are really obese, you know, find it really difficult to stand up. They don't do anything else. So they can circle their ankles, bring their foot forward and back, you know, bend their knees, work their arms.
Yeah. It's all about kind of. Do you encourage them going for a walk, then, do you, at this moment in time?
That's a tricky one, isn't it? Obviously, yes, as long as it's safe to do so. and you're not venturing too far and you're keeping your distance, and everybody knows that. So if you have an opportunity to go out and walk and stay safe, then yes,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we are still allowed to go out and take our exercise once a day.
Yeah. I see that they're closing all the gyms again now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be a big problem where people who's got after Christmas, they all pay for their prescriptions and everything for the gym and everything.
Yeah.
But you can still kind of like exercise though, and exercise at home, but not in um, you know, not in a good way where all the equipment is. At home you still kind of look like sorry, you can still exercise at home, but it's much better in the gym.
Well, I think it depends what you want. And I would imagine the people who were training heavy in the gym, they will find a way to train heavy at home. They will, because they're motivated. That's what
Yeah,
they like to do, and they will do it. The
yeah,
people that go to the gym because they feel they have to, because they feel that's the only way to lose weight, those I would imagine are the kind of people that will suffer a little bit more because they're not that motivated. They go because they have to, but they're not that motivated. But on the same breath, you can go online now and find any workout to do, and it's in your own home. You don't even need to go to the gym. You
yeah,
don't need to
yeah,
drive there, you don't need to walk, you don't need to get a bus. So in actual fact, it's easier. It's not the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
We all need to understand it's not the same, but it's still very doable. I mean, Joe Wicks, God love him, he's been pumping out the classes, hasn't he, for all and sundry?
Yeah, he has, isn't he? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you want it, it's there. And if you don't want to do the exercise, that's even more reason to keep your diet as clean as possible.
Right,
So
okay.
it depends what you want. It depends
Yeah,
how motivated people are.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, as you say, some are and some not.
That's right. And there's something, yeah, there's something
Yeah,
there.
yeah, but really, you've got to have a good mind to do it, or you've got to be in the right frame of mind to kind of like
Yep,
get into it, because you can't kind of like think, because Christmas is over and done with, I'm going to lose weight, and all of a sudden, you know, as we said before, people pay a lot of prescriptions out, and all of a sudden they go through halfway, and they think, oh, I'm not doing it no more, so they give up,
I know, I
and it's a
know.
waste of money, isn't it?
It's such a shame because people go jump in with 2 feet and they go overboard and it hurts and they don't like it. So instead
Mm,
of just going gently into it, they're like, well, I'm doing this every day. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to work out 40 minutes, 50 minutes. And, it backfires
yeah.
really badly. So it's a shame
I
for them.
know, I know a couple who goes to the gym, and they compete against each other to see, to see how much weight they've lost in that week. So at the end of the week, they weigh each other.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah. That's
I
that's
just don't.
motivational. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't. I just don't understand that one. But there you go. So
I know,
um,
I know.
I don't think about being weighed as well. It should be every week. What
No,
do you
not
think?
really.
What do you think when someone should be weighed or whatever?
It's difficult, really. I mean, once a week is all right, but the thing is, the one time you stand on that scale is there and then.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just
yeah,
one reading right there,
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
You could jump on the scale the following week and be the same, and then you could be really disheartened.
yeah, yeah,
I try and I try and say to my people, don't get on the scales. Go by how you feel and your clothing.
yeah. Because
Clothing will,
you can always know, Liz, when you lose weight, don't you? You can always know.
yeah, you
You
can
can
feel
feel
it.
it. Yeah, you can feel
Yeah.
it. You know. I I know someone who said that they got weighed in oh gosh in one chemist once, and it was reliable scales or something, and they said that they lost so many pounds, and when they went to Slimming World the same week, um, they it didn't. It said, suit. So I thought, what's that going about then if she's lost weight? And apparently, um, it's also, I was told it was also because it was woman problems.
Oh yeah, water retention during that time of
Yeah,
the month.
yeah, yeah. That time of the month where,
That's
and I
right.
was thinking, no. And it's true, isn't it? If
Yeah,
you don't feel like you've lost weight, it's not because you haven't lost weight. It's because
that's
you.
right.
Yeah.
Hormone imbalances can, make the scales look worse than they are. That's why it's really, you need to be brave. You need to be able to say, okay, according to my scales, I haven't lost anything, but that doesn't mean I haven't lost any body fat.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people make the mistake losing weight, I'm doing well, I'm doing fab. And they go out for a meal, and in the morning they jump on the scales and they're like 5-6 pounds heavier, and they think, oh my God, I've put so much weight. What they don't realize is so that's just water weight, because 1 gram carbohydrate requires about 3 to 4 to store it and then to metabolize it into energy. So 1 gram, you retain water when you
Yeah,
eat
yeah,
a high
yeah,
carbohydrate
yeah,
meal. But people
yeah.
don't realise that, and they jump on the scales and they give themselves a hard time, and they feel really miserable, and then they don't eat. They starve themselves.
And that is totally wrong, isn't it? When they
Yes,
start having themselves, yeah.
yes, because straight away your body thinks, okay, hold on a minute, I'm not getting any food in here. I'm not going to let go of any of my essential fuel source, which is body fat.
Mm.
So it hangs on to your body fat. So it
Mm.
has the opposite effect.
Mm. There is one question what I was going to ask you tonight. I was going to leave it to the end, but I thought I'd mention it now. What do you think about bodybuilders?
Oh, wow. Oh, well, apart from the fact they're so impressive, I take my hats off to the work they put into what they do. I love watching the world's strongest man. Oh, it's
Well,
amazing.
that's it. I've got to tell your boyfriend of you. That's it.
But are they healthy? No, they're not.
Right. Okay. But so the trouble is, if they're kind of like are they on the diet? Are they on the diet?
Kind of, but not to lose weight. Well, to maybe lose lean muscle mass. Sorry, to lose fat, maybe to accentuate their muscles, but
Yeah.
they're not on
Yeah.
the diet as such. But obviously their diet is very high in protein, and they carb load as well. They cram in the carbohydrates and the wrong sorts as well, which is
Yeah.
why
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of
it's
course. Yeah.
unhealthy.
We were watching it. Why bring it up? Because we were watching. Because Michelle likes watching that program, the strongest man, and we were watching one of the Great Britain ones, and he was really big, muscular bloke, and he was saying in his story, he was saying that he eats 2 steaks, and I'm thinking, well, how do you do that? You know what I mean? Do you have to do it? Do you have to take it? 2 steaks.
Yeah, they need to get the protein in to build their muscle mass. That's why load up with protein. Yeah,
How about drugs then? Sometimes they use drugs as well, don't they?
yeah. That's cheating, though, isn't it?
What do you think about that?
Well, it's cheating. I don't. No, no. I don't think it's right in any sport or anything. No,
Okay,
you
okay,
need to do it on your own steam, with your own
okay.
efforts.
Right. There's another thing I was going to ask you about. What do you think about all these milk? I think I've asked you before, but it all keeps coming back around again. What
Yeah.
do you think about all these milkshakes and all these drugs to lose weight? Take a tablet and you lose weight tomorrow. Quick
Well,
fix.
number one, they don't work, and these tablets. I mean, when you look at the small print, it says to have these tablets along with a healthy diet. So you pop this pill, you eat a so-called healthy diet, and you think the pill's doing the work. No, it's because you've cleaned up your diet. So that's how some of these pills work. Alongside, take this fancy juice, this detox juice, along with a healthy diet, and you think it's the juice doing the work. No, it isn't. It's the fact you've cleaned up your diet, and the shakes as well. I mean, but it's not proper food, and it's not really helping you form a healthy habit around food, and changing your diet for the long term. All short-term fixes.
Yeah. I remember about 10 years ago, I was in a queue in Marks and Spencer's, and I went in there to get some sort of thing. It wasn't, and they said to me, "Oh, this queue here, it's a special queue," and I was thinking, "What is it for?" Slim Fast.
Oh.
When it first came, when it first came out, and it was, well, it must have been more than 10 years ago, and it was like, oh, okay then, what's that all about then? And it was, and I'm thinking, what, take a shake a day, and that's it. And I'm thinking, nah, you know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Well, it is going to work, but for how long? What happens when you eat food again? It's not teaching you anything. It's not helping you form better habits. And okay, so you lose the weight. I mean, you can't live off of these things for the rest of your lives. You have to go back to eating normal food at some point. But this is desperation for you, Steve. This is why these shakes and things are in, because the dieting industry got it so wrong that people did what they thought was right, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
They've screwed up their hormones, or hormones all over the shop.
Yeah.
So they're turning to these slim fasts and slimming pill through sheer desperation, because the dieting world, counting calories all the bloody time, I mean, it doesn't work. Because we've spoken about the pasta before. I just so happen to have a jar of pasta here. That may well be within your calorie count, but that pasta raises your blood sugar, insulin, stashes that all away as body fat, shuts your body fat down for a number of hours. So it's not just about the quantity, it's about the quality. And this is the problem with diet still today. I mean, I'm in a Slimming World group on Facebook. They're talking about SINs, Hex A's, Hex B's. I mean, goodness gracious, and it's all the wrong food. So these guys on this Slimming World, yes, they're doing well compared to what the diet was like before they joined, but every meal has got some form of pasta or bat or sugar. Oh, it's just bonkers.
Do you think Slimming World is a competition about competing against each other? Because you do get really in Slimming World. Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry about the comments about Slimming World if it's if it's mentioned. So if you're listening, I'm so sorry, but
we're not.
But
we're not running it down. We just know
we're not running it down. We're just talking about it.
People on there don't do well.
Yeah, but see, the trouble is, see, what gets me is when you go to Slimming World, it's like today I've lost. I mentioned it before. I lost 5 pounds, right? And how did you do that? Oh, I jogged around the block, say, you know what I mean, or I kept off the chocolate, say, things like that. Then there's someone else said, what did you do? I was on my period, say, or something like that, right? And I put a pound on, right? And really, it's like degrade. Do you think it's degrading that point in that meeting?
The weigh-in, yeah, that's not for everybody. I mean, if that still goes on, I mean, people know. So if they don't want that, then they shouldn't go. But I think that's all part of it, because that weigh-in in front of everybody is like keeps them focused, because they don't want to not do well. So it's like, it depends what kind of person.
Yeah, but it's a weigh-in. It's a weigh-in. But then, what people can do, they can actually get weighed, then go if they want to, or stay for the therapy session. That's what they call it, where the meeting is, where
Mm.
people like either lost weight or not. So today I'll put £2 on or whatever, and they'll say, and the leader will go, oh, if you put £2 a day, Steve, how did you do that? Well, been on the chocolate, whatever. Do you get what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say? I
Yeah.
think that part of Slimming World is degrading because it puts people off.
Yeah, but again, that's what I said. It depends on the kind of personality of a person. Some people need that. Some people need that to keep them on the straight and narrow. Because if you just go and you don't get weighed and nothing gets mentioned, you can stuff your face and put the weight on. And I think it's used as a way to really keep you focused in. I mean, as long as they're not horrible, but to
Mm,
discuss it, there's nothing wrong with discussing that.
yeah.
But I know
Oh,
some people have a bad manner about them, and it comes across as being quite patronising. But again, that's
yeah.
down to the individual.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll repeat it again. We are not putting Slimming World down. We're just
No,
talking.
we're just
We're just
discussing
talking about
it.
them. You do a good job, everybody.
Yeah, for the people it works for, yes,
Yes,
brilliant.
for all the people you work for, and your chocolate bars are rubbish, by the way. Um,
Have you tried them?
yeah, yeah. I'll be getting arrested in a minute, but never mind. Um, what I also want to talk about is that in the next couple of weeks we're trying to do some things, about movement, and make a plan out from like movement, walking around, doing exercise, because that would help me too, because I'm in the same boat. So if we can do things together and whatnot, even probably kind of like going to the point of like doing some exercise and stuff like that. So we'll see what we can do. We could fit all that in. So it's about
Yeah,
time I've done some exercise. Okay.
yeah, we could maybe look at that during the week, Steve, and put something out next week.
Yeah. Okay. We do that. We have a
A
meeting
little
this week.
plan, just a teeny weeny little mini plan for people.
Yeah. Yeah. Just sit there with a McDonald's. And with your hand going like that. No, I'm only sitting up.
Oh dear.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Don't take me seriously. Sorry, I'm just, you really are, but the trouble is, Lucy, this is, I was talking about it the other day, that do you know that this time of year, a lot of people commit suicide too? I can't believe it. Unbelievable.
Mm.
And some people who kind of like are overweight or who's got problems with like overeating and things like that, they're in the same boat with suicide as well. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's a serious matter.
It is, isn't it? It
Yeah,
is.
and they need more kind of uh, more help than I can give.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
can do simple, the stuff that we've spoken
yeah,
about,
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
surface stuff. I can help people get motivated to get going, but
Mm.
I'm not qualified to start digging deep, and
No,
that's
no. No,
not,
if you watch Mr. Motivator, she's Mrs. Motivator.
no.
All right, so please believe me, she does get up early in the mornings.
I do.
I've joined one of your things once early in the morning. That was
Oh,
really,
the challenge.
yeah, 7 o'clock, wasn't it? I think
Yeah, you didn't tell me you were there watching. You should have come and said hello.
I did say hello.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yes, I did. I was up for your challenge. Yes,
Oh, brilliant.
I was there. Yes.
That went well. That was one of my best challenges yet. It was really good.
It was all right. But it was just getting up 7 o'clock in the morning that did
I
me.
know.
Because
Well, yeah, I started it at 7. I've been running them now a couple of years, specifically so as if anyone was getting up to go to work. And
ah,
plus, ideally, you want to catch your day early so you can start well. There's no point in me doing the challenge at 10 o'clock in the morning and someone's
yeah.
already had their breakfast of bagels and,
I know. Anyways, Liz, I'm sorry, but we've got to go again. It's so quick, isn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
Okie
I know.
dokie. No
All right.
messages this week.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was good for you. And yeah, movement is quite good for you. And also have a clean diet. Okay, I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.